For some, the kitchen can be an escape. For others, cooking fills them with dread. That's me. Whether you're the former or the latter, this segment is for you. We're going meatless today. Here's what the ingredients you're going to need for today's daily dish to make pillowy and delicate sweet potato bao. Looks amazing. Chef Trevor Louie is here to show us how. Hey, Trev.
Hey Tracy, how's it going? Great to hear your voice. Well, I'm really happy to be here to share this recipe because number one, I am wearing pants that does not have an elastic waist today. So I put on big boy pants and a chef coat so I can show everyone how to make these pillowy baos. Really excited. I might be the only person that hasn't made any sourdough starter yet because I've been making these baos every 3-4 days. So, you know, a lot of it has to do with the proofing, which we've done 2 hours in advance. So all this is right in here, you'll see this really pillowy dough that's been sitting for about 2 hours, is flour, that all important yeast, right? Everyone wants this yeast because it's really tough to get. So I got a couple of jars of this hidden away and I'm gonna hold on to that for as long as I can. So with that, some salt, some sugar, some milk, and a little bit of oil, and it's proofed into a little dough ball that is about double the size of when we started. So what we've done is from that, we're gonna roll it out into a long strip and cut off little knobs that are about 1.5 inches, just like this. So from this, we basically start rolling them, and you can use your hands, you can use a rolling pin if you want. I don't have my big rolling pin, so I even use chopsticks sometimes. But basically you just want to use your hands, and you want to get this into a nice, kind of like a, almost like a pancake consistency, but a little bit thicker, about 1/2 inch thick, until you get to something like this, right? And then what you want to do is when you've got these done, is you're going to fold them in half into like little half moons. That's it. It almost looks like a pierogi. But you're going to cut out little parchment pieces that fit the half moon of your dough, right? And then what you'll do is you're going to get a little bit of oil. I like using canola oil. And you're going to brush the inside of it. And then you're going to brush the outside of it. So what you'll do is you're going to do a whole plate of these. And I got a whole bunch of these made already. You're going to line these up onto a plate. And what you're going to do is you're going to put them into a steamer. Now you may not have a conventional steamer at home, but there's really easy ways to make a steamer. I've shown that you can go to Dollarama, a dollar store, and get a little steaming rack just like this and put into your pot. You cover this with plastic wrap, right? Really tight. Poke a few holes into it. Place it into your steaming pot. Cover. 8 minutes, they're going to turn into pillows, and we're going to show you what they look like later. But I want to make the dough for the sweet potatoes right now, which is a lot of fun. And they're going to be really nice and creamy. You're going to take an egg, just like that. You're going to take this mixture of potato starch and cornstarch, a little bit of water, and then the secret ingredient is this custard powder. This is just going to give that little sweetness and that little bright color, right? And we're going to mix that all together. And you're going to get this really fun, like almost bright orangey yellow. Looks like egg yolk. Looks like the sun like we see today coming out, right? And then you've got this all nice and goopy dough going. I've got a pot of hot oil off. Now the one important thing is you want to make sure is that if it's a little runny, no problem. Add a little bit more starch. Take your sweet potatoes. This is a sweet potato. We have peeled it and we've sliced them into slices like this. We're basically just going to put them right in here. Get my chopsticks, got my hot oil going, and we're just going to pop these right inside. You could hear them crisping up, and it's going to create this really nice candy coated coating over top that gives it a really nice pop and crunch. And when we come back later, I'm going to show you how to make the condiments and assemble all these pillowy baos with that crispy sweet potato to make that perfect cocktail sandwich for any party at home. And it's great fun with your kids too when you get to roll out your dough and get your hands messy.
What's left to do, Trevor?
How to make pickles. People are probably doing a lot of pickling at home, and it's the easiest thing to do. I like to make an Asian pickle with cucumbers, carrots, and daikon radish. And we'll cut the daikon radish into little juliennes like this. Your cucumbers, you're going to slice just like a regular rounds for pickles. And then for the carrots, to make it easier, because if I'm going to do like a slaw or pickle, rather than taking time cutting them, I take a peeler and I'm just going to peel just like this And this will go right into the pickling liquid. So we'll take a little liter container like this. We'll put our carrots in. You put your cucumbers and your daikon, and then have 1 part rice vinegar, and then 1 part sugar water. And then the seasoning, star anise, black peppercorns, and then if you want to be a little brave, I will add some bird's eye chilies in here. Pop this in, you cover it, you leave it in the fridge for a day or 2, or even 6 hours, and then you got pickles just like this. So now that the pickles are done, we're gonna go in and we're gonna get those fluffy baos, because I can hear my pot singing. So we're gonna get in there, and we're gonna pull one of these babies out. Look at that. So it will expand and be like a little pillow, right? And then look at these golden brown sweet potato discs that we made with that cornstarch and custard powder. We're gonna put that aside because we have a sauce. 2 parts mayonnaise, 1 part sriracha or any kind of chili paste that you have. So we're gonna put a little bit of that right on the bottom of this bao, like that. Then we'll layer our sweet potatoes in just like that. And then we're gonna take our pickles, a little bit of everything. So I got some carrots, I got some daikon, and then what I like to do is I wanna put a little bit more sauce on that. And just to finish this beautiful thing up, we're gonna put some cilantro. All right, I think we're there. What do you think, Tracy? Would you eat that?
I would eat 7 of that. It looks incredible.